Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Pyrogunner, and in this video I want to talk some about my expectations for LittleBigPlanet 3. So I am a pretty big fan of the first two LittleBigPlanet games. I do have to admit that I played the first game way more than I played the second game. I just kind of got the second game, played it some, and then I guess I had other games to move on to, and I sort of lost interest in it. But I do think that LittleBigPlanet 2 was a better game than the first one just because it has so many more things that you can do with it. So with LittleBigPlanet 3, there is a different development team that isn't Media Molecule. Now, I actually haven't even looked into who these people are, but it doesn't really matter for the points that I'm trying to make in this video. So it's not Media Molecule doing it, and usually it's a bad thing when some other development company takes over a game series, but I actually think that LittleBigPlanet 3 will be pretty good. And as far as my expectations for it go, I do think that it'll probably be better than the past two games. I think that adding the 3 new characters adds way more variety, and that 4-player co-op will just be awesome in this game. But one concern that I have is for single player. I don't know if single player will be that much fun anymore because you will only be able to play as like 1 out of 4 of the characters. And also for the story, since they have these 4 characters, I think it would be cool to have it to where all 4 characters are needed to get through each level, but then for single player you couldn't do that, so that would make single player not as good, but at the same time making multiplayer a lot awesomer. So I just kind of have this concern that single player might kind of suck, but I'm sure that they have thought this through and that they are doing some sort of development thing to get around this to where both single player and multiplayer are just as fun. For me, I would rather play that game multiplayer, but my friends aren't always available to play at the time, and then there are some times when I just feel like playing by myself. One thing that I hope is that the story levels are a bit more bearable and like easier to get through towards the end especially, and I'm not saying that they should make the levels not difficult towards the end. I'm just saying that they shouldn't make it difficult to where it's annoying. They should make it difficult to where you can get through it without being annoyed and not having to take way too many tries at it. Now, I never got very far in the story mode in LittleBigPlanet 2, but in LittleBigPlanet 1, the levels towards the end, some of them I remember just got really hard and I got stuck on them for months, and I haven't even finished LittleBigPlanet 1's story just because it was too hard, and there's a level that I've tried over and over and I still haven't gotten past it. Well, I actually haven't tried in a long time. I've kind of given up on it and just accepted that I probably won't get past it, and I've basically stopped caring. But in LittleBigPlanet 3, I hope that the story levels towards the end just aren't annoying to where you can't even finish the game if you aren't necessarily quite so skilled or something. Also for the story mode, I hope that the story itself is a little bit better. Now, this story doesn't need to be super good. I just think that in the first 2 games, the story was more geared towards younger audiences, and I wasn't really interested by what was going on in the story. But I think that maybe in LittleBigPlanet 3, they should do something sort of like in Toy Story to where there is a story that kids can experience but is also very relatable to people of all ages. So basically, I would want this game to have a kid-friendly story that is still interesting to older people. Also, I hope that making levels is funner than ever, which I think it will be, or technically more fun than ever if somebody wants to be a grammar Nazi. And I'm sure there's going to be tons of new tools for making levels and way more possibilities for what you can do in the game, which we've already seen more of that. Like, some things in some ways are kind of more 3D, and there's like new tools that you can use while you're playing, like the gun that shoots air at things to blow things or something like that. But basically, in LittleBigPlanet 3, just to sum up everything that I have been talking about here, I hope that it is better than the past games, and I hope that the new characters add variety to multiplayer and probably single player too, and that multiplayer and single player are both just as fun. Also, I don't want extremely annoyingly difficult story levels near the end, and I hope that the story is kid-friendly but very relatable to all audiences. Also, I hope that there's more tools for the community to make levels, and that levels are much bigger and better than ever before. So yeah, that's that. Those are my expectations and hopes for LittleBigPlanet 3, and right now I think that LittleBigPlanet 3 is probably going to be the best PS4 game that isn't just being brought over from the PS3. For example, Minecraft and The Last of Us are probably and most definitely still going to be better games than LittleBigPlanet 3, but those games were both on the PS3 or for Minecraft, even other consoles. So yeah, there we go. Guys, I would appreciate it if you could tell me what you think about LittleBigPlanet 3 in the comments. Also, if you like this video, then please click the like button. And thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.